Another thing is that when you want to track and chase somebody, usually what we do is we enter mouse look, and then we hit our combat activation button, which is by default the left mouse button. For me, it is not anymore the left mouse button. I have rebinded it to the button space. But this is a personal preference that you can change here. Let me see. Um, Here, when in third person and when in first person, whichever one you need, you can rebind it here. So normally this is the button that you use to activate the combat, to activate the hits, the avatar hitting, is normally it is the left mouse button. You know, normally you click your left mouse button and you hit. The advantage of rebinding it to space, especially when in third person, is very useful for people that like fighting in third person. Because if you, no matter what I said before, if you still want to keep fighting in third person only, you can, by rebinding this button from the left mouse button to space, you can actually then you can actually click your avatar, hold space, and then hit in third person. And then wherever you turn your mouse, you hit. Much like in the old way where you locked the mouse on the minimap. But this is much simpler. You click your avatar, you hold space, and you hit. So for people that like to fight in third person, this is a good way. But what I wanted to say is that people usually, how they hit, is that they hold their combat activation button and then they spam W. And so they chase somebody. But those, not everybody knows, but if you know, you have noticed that when you spam W, you lose a tiny bit of distance all the time. You lose a tiny bit of distance all the time. Like even if you run in a straight line with the target, you will constantly lose a bit of distance with the target. And the reason this happens is because we don't leave the W pressed. No matter how fast we spam it, no matter how fast we spam it, the fact that we don't keep the W pressed and we spam it and we leave it even for a tiny bit of time makes us lose distance. So the way to hit without losing any distance is to use these buttons here, these two up here, because these will activate, you see, these activate the hitting, but they do not move you at all. So what we do is we rebind these buttons here, we rebind them somewhere that is comfortable to spam. And then what we do is we enter mouse look, we keep our W pressed, we never leave it, and then we spam those buttons. We spam those buttons. And like this, you lose zero distance. This is the way to fight in mouse look without losing distance. You lose zero distance like this. This is the most efficient way to chase somebody. I don't know how to replicate this exact method in third person, because when you try to do this and you have your avatar clicked, the avatar strafes for some reason, like it strafes left and right, and it makes you lose distance. So this method works only in mouse look. And you go here, you go here, you go here where it says when in first person mode, mouse look, and then it's these ones, left, right, here. As you can see, I have them both to the left and right arrows, but I have binded both my left and right arrows to my mouse. So my mouse has buttons that work like the left and right arrow, and I spam them. I keep W pressed and I spam them. And so this is how you don't lose distance when you fight.